Welcome to our channel that is dedicated to personal and professional development. Your success is our success. In a world where struggles and setbacks are all too common, there are those who refuse to give up and persevere through the toughest of times. Today we are going to share few stories of people who defied the odds, overcame adversity, and emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. From a lost hiker in the mountains to a recovering addict breaking free from the chains of addiction, these tales of perseverance and resilience will inspire you to never lose hope and always keep fighting. Story 1, Lost in the Mountains, a story of perseverance and survival. This is the story of a young woman named Sarah. She was an adventurous spirit, always seeking out new challenges and experiences. One weekend, she decided to go on a solo hike in the mountains. She packed her backpack with all the essentials she thought she would need and set out early in the morning. The hike began smoothly, and Sarah enjoyed the fresh air and beautiful scenery. However, as she approached the summit, clouds started to gather, and the weather began to turn sour. Sarah knew she had to turn back and head back down the mountain. But as she was coming down, Sarah made a wrong turn and veered off the trail. She quickly realized her mistake but couldn't retrace her steps. She looked around frantically, but everything looked the same. Dense trees, rocks, and cliffs surrounded her. As the sun began to set, Sarah knew she had to find shelter for the night. She quickly built a makeshift shelter using some branches and her raincoat, gathered some firewood, and lit a small fire to keep warm. Over the next few days, Sarah struggled to survive in the harsh wilderness. She had very little food and water and was constantly battling the elements. She had to constantly remind herself to stay calm and persevere. Sarah knew that giving up was not an option. She needed to stay strong and keep pushing forward. She utilized her survival skills and knowledge of the local flora and fauna and foraged for food and water to keep herself alive. Days turned into weeks, and Sarah's situation remained the same, lost and alone in the mountains. But she refused to give up. She had a fierce determination to survive. Finally, after 3 long and grueling weeks, Sarah stumbled onto a group of hikers who had been conducting a search and rescue operation. They immediately recognized her from the missing person reports and took her to safety. Despite the physical and emotional trauma she had endured, Sarah emerged from the wilderness a stronger and more resilient person. She had learned the value of perseverance and the importance of never giving up, even when the odds are against you. Sarah's story is a testament to the human spirit's strength and shows that even in the darkest of times, one can find the determination to keep going. Moral of the story: you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Story 2, Breaking the Chains of Addiction, an inspiring tale of perseverance. This is the story of a man who, after years of addiction, decides to seek help and overcome his struggles. There was a man named John who had struggled with addiction for many years, and it had taken a heavy toll on his life. He lost his job, his home, and his family as he spiraled further and further into his addiction. One day, in the depths of despair and hopelessness, John made the decision to seek help. He realized that he couldn't do it alone and needed the support of others to overcome his addiction. He reached out to a local recovery center and checked himself in, ready to start a new chapter in his life. The road to recovery was not an easy one for John. He had many ups and downs, and there were days when he felt like giving up. He reached out to a local recovery center and checked himself in, ready to start a new chapter in his life. But he pushed forward, determined to overcome his addiction and rebuild his life from scratch. John's journey to recovery began with daily meditation and therapy sessions. He learned to confront his demons and face his fears head-on with the help of his counselors. John also found support from his loved ones, who stood by him through thick and thin. As he progressed in his journey towards recovery, John began to see noticeable changes in his life. He started volunteering at the local shelter and using his experience to help others who were struggling with addiction. John also regained his confidence and sense of self-worth as he took up hobbies and rekindled friendships that he had lost touch with over the years. Finally, after months of hard work, John emerged victorious. His addiction no longer controlled him, and he had regained control of his life. He had learned valuable lessons on perseverance and resilience, which he now cherishes and shares with others. John's story is an inspiring tale of how a person can overcome the chains of addiction through perseverance and resilience. It shows that with the right mindset and support, anyone can break free from the grip of addiction and rebuild their lives. John's story offers a sense of hope to anyone struggling with addiction and seeking to turn their life around. Moral of the story: sobriety is not just about giving up the alcohol or drugs. It is about changing our entire lifestyle and the way we perceive ourselves and the world around us. We hope that these stories have inspired you to never give up on your dreams and to persevere through the toughest of times. Remember that success is not final, failure is not fatal, and it's the courage to continue that counts. So keep pushing forward, keep striving for greatness, and always remember that with perseverance and determination, anything is possible. Please share your experiences and inspire others. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe and support our channel.